How many of you are saying, my concrete's in trouble? I need a fix now. I need the best concrete repair product that's out there. Then this video is for you. You might have damaged concrete, something that's just falling apart, concrete with a gaping hole in it. I know, it's super scary. I'm gonna give you clear, concise guidance to help you find success, but watch out, because if you're not careful, you're gonna be throwing your money away. So what should I do? Well, chill, sit on some concrete, and breathe, and stay tuned until the end, because I'm gonna give you a free resource that wraps everything up in a bow. My name is Tyler Lay. I'm a structural engineer, a materials engineer. I'm a professor. But what you need to know most about me is I'm a concrete freak. Now, you need to repair your concrete. You might be saying, I need a super concrete. I need something like Superman if he was gray and if he was in a bag that I could buy at the store. I need super concrete mix. But which super concrete do you choose? Because there's a lot of them, a whole lot of them. But have you heard about these, what they can do? They can gain full strength in hours. There's almost no shrinkage. That means almost no cracking. They're highly resistant to outside chemicals, but they're not all the same, but they are super concrete. So why don't we use these all the time? Because of money. They're expensive. They're like 4 times to 20 times more than normal concrete, so we gotta make sure we get it right. So which one do I choose? That's kind of like saying, I need the Avengers' help, but I can only choose one. So which one do I pick? And that all depends on what you need. Because if I need something designed or built, then maybe I want a sweet engineer like Tony Stark. If I need something smashed and strong, then maybe I need Hulk. And the same thing is true for our repair materials. So which super concrete should I choose? Well, the Riddler, he says, ask a better question and you're gonna get a better answer. And there are 4 key questions, ladies and gentlemen, that we have to answer when it comes to repair materials. And I call them the really fantastic 4 questions. The first one is, how fast do you really need to use the concrete? Number 2, what strength do you really need? Number 3, is rebar really close to the surface? And number 4, how long do you really need that concrete to last? So let's talk about how fast do you really need to use that concrete? And it's about time. It's kind of like having the time stone, because if you can give the material, your concrete, as much time as possible to gain strength, you will get a better product. Can you wait a day? Do you need it in 12 hours or 4 hours? Or could you wait even longer? Because more time gives you more quality and it will give you more life. Now, what strength do you really need? I know this is one where most people freak out and don't know what to do, because most repairs are way over designed. Here's the surprising part. You know Hulk? You don't really need the Hulk or something super strong when it comes to repairs. There's 2 strengths we usually talk about. Strength number 1 is the opening strength. That's the first use strength. Number 2 is the design strength. That is the strength needed for an extreme loading. You want to keep both of these as low as possible. So what are reasonable opening strengths? Well, 2,000 PSI is one that a lot of people recommend. You may be, whoa, that's really low. But remember, this is when you start using it, not necessarily when it ends gaining strength. The material is going to keep getting stronger over time. Did you know that Pennsylvania DOT requires only 1,250 PSI to open up their pavements? So you can tweak your designs to minimize the required strengths. You can make your section thicker. You can reduce your loading. You can increase your support. Next question, is rebar really close to the surface? Most people miss this, so you want to pay attention. Does your repair, does it contain steel rebar? Like this. And is there less than 3 inches between the rebar and the surface of the concrete? So if I've got this picture, There's my repair material. It's surrounding rebar. If there's air around it, and that dimension, is that dimension 3 inches or less? Then this applies to you. Watch out for something called carbonation. What's that? Well, it's like the kryptonite for repairs. Yeah, you know how kryptonite really hurts Superman? It's bad. This thing, carbonation's bad for repairs. So if CO2 penetrates in, what happens is it lowers the pH and it causes the rebar to corrode. Why does that matter? Because this causes your rebar to disintegrate. It causes more cracking. Ah! So which one of these resists carbonation? This list, these are the ones you want. And I've got a video that talks all about carbonation, and you can check it out as well. So how long do you really want your repair to last? And you know the answer, as long as possible. I want it to outlive everybody. But 15 years is a pretty reasonable time frame for most repairs, but you can make them last longer than 20. One key to make this happen is shrinkage. Shrinkage. Shrinkage is when I have some original concrete. Then I cast my repair material, and that repair material shrinks, and that can cause cracking. Not good. Also, the shrinkage can cause debonding. That's like an air gap between the repair and the concrete around it. And you can hear for this air gap by running a chain over the surface. Or if you're a superhero, maybe your chain looks like this. Or you can use a hammer and tap around on the surface of the concrete. And what you're listening for is hollow sounds like this, and not solid sounds like this. These products are great for shrinkage. I got a whole list of them here. So this is where you want to screen capture or whatever to record them. Can repair materials, can they resist freeze thaw, ASR, sulfate attack, and corrosion? Yeah, they totally can if they're designed right. Repair materials, this seems like a secret code, like CAC and CSA and AAC. What does all this mean? What if I gave you a decoder ring to figure out that code? Would you want a free resource to help you with all of this, to make it easy for you? So before, you may be confused, but after this report, it's gonna like decode everything and you're gonna say, it all makes sense now. And afterwards, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna be like Tony Stark when he figured out how I have to beat Thanos is to like go to the quantum realm and go back in time. Right, yeah. So what's in this report? Part 1 is choosing the materials. All the stuff I've been telling you about. It steps you through the process. It gives you cool tables like this and like this to help you pick out what you need. Part 2 is a complete rundown of every single type of repair material. And it goes through all of these different performance criteria, what they're good at and what they're not. This sounds great, doesn't it? But I know what you're asking. How do I know which product to buy? Well, you go to the appendix. And in the appendix, I've listed all kinds of different commercial products. And then I've listed what type of repair material they are. That helps you pick them out. So how do you get this? Pretty simple. You go to this website, which is going to be the first pinned comment below. And it's free. So what do we learn? Repairing concrete can be stressful, but repair materials, they can also be confusing. So which super concrete should I choose? Well, it's like which superhero do I choose? But there are strategies and resources to help. I hope you like this video. One way you can help me out is to watch my other videos, share my other videos, like, subscribe, leave me a comment below, and check my website, Concrete Freaks, out. Make sure you join my mailing list. Thanks to my daughter Isabel Lay for getting me obsessed with superhero movies. Thanks for these people listed here who helped pay to make this report happen. And thanks for my colleagues on this slide where we did some sweet research on all these different repair materials. Take care, my friends. Bye.